the city, and it is the year of 2023. We got a lot of things going on in the city of Lafayette, parish of Lafayette. Getting ready for election season coming up in November.
Yes.
Us here in the city of Lafayette, we're going to choose a new mayor president for the parish of Lafayette. Also, we got a city councilman. They're up for re-election. We got school board members that's up for re-election, and we got candidates who have announced their candidacy that's going to be running for school board seats. So we got a lot of things going on, and we're going to talk about it. We got an exciting show for you today. The number to call is 337-347-7236. If you have any comments or concerns or questions, you can hit us up at 337-347-7236. The number is also on the screen. Mr. Wallace.
Yes, we always like to start our show off with a prayer. We're not going to change for 2023. So let me see if I can get the prayer water up so she can read the prayer,
Hey, Brother Wallace, I want to thank y'all for having me as a director and y'all show been on now. You could count the number of shows now that you guys have and again, I want to thank everybody. Thank people at AOC Community
Good
Meeting.
morning.
Good morning to you. How's everything going with you this morning?
Everything's going wonderful. I am thoroughly blessed.
Yeah, well, we always like to, we ain't gonna change for 2023. We're gonna bring 22 along with us. And you part of that, coming along with us.
I love it.
Okay.
Happy New Year and blessings and greetings to you, Wallace, Brother Jay, and
Thank you.
guy, my right-hand man up there.
Pete. Oh, yeah. So, we all good. You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, the word of the day is, in God's words, my plan for your life is unfolding before you. Sometimes the road you are traveling seems blocked, or it opens up so painfully slowly that you must hold yourself back. Then, when the time is right and the way before you suddenly clears through no effort of your own, what you have longed for and worked for, I present to you freely as a pure gift. You feel awed by the ease with which I operate in the world, and you glimpse my power and my glory. Do not fear your weaknesses, for it is the stage on which my power and glory perform most brilliantly. As you preserve along the path I have prepared for you, depending on my strength to sustain you, expect to see miracles, and you will. Miracles are not always visible to the naked eye, but those who live by faith can see them clearly. Living by faith rather than sight enables you to see my glory. That's Psalm 63 verse 2 to 5, Corinthians 5 to 7, and John 11 to 40.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for igniting our spirit this morning.
Absolutely honored, sweetie.
All right, thank you. Hey, look, you have a blessed day, a wonderful day, and we'll talk later.
You and the staff as well, sweetie.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay, moving on. We gotta thank Judge Vanessa Harris for her service as Lafayette city court judge, and we gotta congratulate Jules Edwards.
For his winning the seat in city court.
And which he was sworn in yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So he took the job yesterday. Congratulations, Judge Edwards, and we want to thank Judge Harris for her long-time service to Lafayette City Court. And also the Kevins, Brother Jay, the Kevins out there. Man,
I nominate you, Brother Keith, for Speaker of the House.
hey, and you know what? One of the representatives stood up and nominated Donald Trump for Speaker of the House.
But on a serious note, I could ask y'all before y'all start off, because I know you guys deal locally, but that's going to be a trickle-down effect, because if we don't get nothing done in Congress, because technically we don't have a Congress.
Correct?
Well, suppose we have a crisis. Suppose we have a hurricane and cold, bad weather in Louisiana and Lafayette and New Iberia and all points. Who's going to make those decisions to allocate the fund? That's what we got to pay attention to.
Yeah, well, look all that's going on in California right now. Who's going to allocate those funds?
Right.
But you ain't got, long as you don't have a speaker, long as they don't elect a speaker,
You don't have a Congress.
you don't have a Congress. Can't do business. Everything is at a standstill. I know during COVID, the House had they was on break, and the Senate couldn't make a move. But the Senate is not in session right now. So, with everything going on the vote, the hold up on the vote for the Speaker of the House, is at a standstill. So you can't get no funding through, no bills, and then people saying, I hear them criticizing the little group that separated from the McCarthys, and saying that they need to fall in line. But if Kevin can't pick up the votes, well then Kevin, you step back and let somebody who can pick up the votes, let them get the nomination. But Kevin not stepping back.
And also today is anniversary.
Yeah.
January, happy Insurrection Day.
Yeah, January 6th.
Yeah.
Happy, and I don't know happy to be the word to use.
What, last year, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. The Capitol was bombarded, and
Man, I thought that was the worst thing I ever could see. You know, done in the United States, the way that went down. You know, because all that shows is other country how easy it is to take over the Capitol.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of the efforts did originate from some of the people that run government in Louisiana. We know Attorney General who's running for governor. And I also recently heard that John Kennedy announced that he won't run for governor, Brother Wallace.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
He pulled his bid for governor. And also, I forgot to say this at the beginning, we also want to congratulate Perry Miles, who just took over as principal at Northside High School, replacing Miss Julia Williams, who took over as principal at Lafayette High.
Speaking of school board, you see Brother Jaden got deep into your conversation again for 2023. We heard that, I saw a flyer where our good friend who's been a guest on our show, Brother Josh Edmond, is running for school board. That's true?
Yeah, but
is it true? I'm asking you guys. I don't live in Lafayette.
He put it out there.
He put it out there? Okay, well, congratulations.
For District 3, congratulations, Mr. Edmond. That's District 3 is Elroy. See what it's up for re-election or
Elroy, I think he's going to run for
his term.
no, you want to run for city council.
Oh,
Okay.
you gonna run for city council?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to all the candidates that we know. You know, we say the ones we know.
Yeah, and, they're gonna have some more running.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's early, it's just early in the season, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you ain't gonna really know till about, March.
So Brother Wallace, you being the old man of politics in Lafayette, yeah, I shouldn't say that. I'm old, just as old as Brother Wallace.
Yeah.
You gonna see a lot of different candidates running that you're acquainted with, but will we have a lot of chaos in the community because of all the people want to run?
Well, it always bring chaos. It always bring chaos. You know, they quit talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be around you. Everybody got a good candidate,
Right.
regardless how it goes.
Right.
You know, whoever run. You know, so
Okay.
the old cliche go, just wait and see. Get on the wagon and wait and see. Go sightsee, you know, and that's the way it's gonna be. You know, also they're gonna have somebody running against our mayor president, Josh Gilroy.
Okay.
Jan Swift.
Jan Swift.
And if you know Jan Swift led the Protect the City Committee. She was a chair of that committee.
And as far as her ideology, you guys know better. I've seen her a couple of times as a community producer on AOC. Her agenda is a little bit more progressive for Lafayette, or and I heard she was part of the North Side, Upper Lafayette situation. Is it somebody that, let's say, the more progressive people could look at as a viable candidate as opposed to those conservatives out there?
Well, I don't think she's gonna be a crook.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
She's not gonna do crooked things like this one here is done right now.
Okay.
You know, digging up levees in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Things like this here. I think she would have a better way to go.
And I'm glad y'all went to that point. It's 4 things to watch. I wanna refresh everybody's memory on what took place last year and it's not settled and still going on right now this year. 4 things to watch. The federal investigation of the district attorney's office.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the district attorney's office was raided in December. They raided the district attorney's office, and the Lafayette City Council is investigating the mayor president over drainage projects. So we still have that investigation of the mayor president of the Lafayette City Council, which the mayor president decided to, he told the city council when the city council said that they wanted information on these drainage projects, he told the city council to hire an independent audit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they went through the process, he come up with binders and binders and binders of documents
Mm-hmm.
that said that's the information they wanted, but the city council didn't stall on it. They continued to follow their investigation.
Right.
Follow up with the investigation. Then the library censorship attempts to spread across Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
They're pulling books from the libraries that from the kids section because of Michael Lumford now.
Yeah.
Michael Lumford is the president of the conservative group New Citizens for Louisiana.
An extremist right-wing group, in my opinion.
Extremist right wing, correct.
And he don't live in the city of Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
Michael,
Trying to make policy,
I think
that's all.
he's no, that's his friend. Robert Judge is the board president.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's still board president. If you if you watch the council meetings, if you follow the council meetings during the Pellerin incident, around that time, couple of activists went to the council meeting and asked the parish council not to appoint Robert Judge to the Board of Control, the Library Board of Control, because of his far right agendas. And they appointed him anyway, and they had another lady who was more not far right, not far left. She was more independent. And they passed up her appointment to appoint Robert Judge anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're stuck with these censorship things. And it's happening all across Louisiana. The censorship, which I'm not a supporter of
Censorship.
censorship.
Not willy-nilly censorship, and we know that's directed at the mainly when they go into the CRT crowd, the critical race theory crowd, and that's what that's about. And you'll see more of that as the year progresses again, almost back to the same drawing board, because that's what you're seeing in D.C. It's the same crowd, the insurrectionist crowd.
Yeah.
They're trying to pull off another one at the house,
I heard somebody something on the radio talking about how they used to like the supermarket, and they don't go to the supermarket anymore because the owner of the supermarket was in insurrection. So I don't blame him, I try to stay away from it too, but I can't make everybody else stay away, so I just don't go myself, They always tell me, you're always protesting something. I'm a one-man protester.
Right.
Yeah, if I got to protest it by myself, I'll do it, So, but all these things here, now we talked about, all the people that's going to be running for election. Let's make sure we get out here and register to vote. Let's make sure our voter registration card is right. Because if we can't vote, we don't really have a voice. And the only way you can get a voice, especially in this process, government process, now we may not like what they're doing, but guess what? If we don't vote, we saying we like what they're doing because we don't have a voice in it. So this is why I'm saying, let's come on and try to do better for 2023, all the people that can't vote, those that can vote, let's vote for those who can't vote, and it's not being selfish, that's just trying to get it done, and the only way we can get it done, we have to go to the poll. Please, folks, please, let's get serious about where we're going to take this, and how we're going to take it. We got well qualified people, District 44 seat is coming up. They're going to have people want to run for that.
As state rep.
Yeah, state rep.
Okay.
District 44. It's a former Benson Pierre seat right now. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna wait till he announces his own stuff before I announce his part.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to take his thunder. So all these things getting ready to come up. How do you say that? Start investigating your candidate. That might want to run. And once you investigate them, you find out what they're all about. Then once you find out what they're all about, you'll know how to make a conscious decision, you know, and that's all it is, you know.
Correct. But I want to go back to the critical race theory issue, and I want to say this: critical race theory. They say it's critical race theory. The right wing say it's critical race theory. It's not critical race theory. It's history. It's history. It's true history. It's true African American history. You know,
Well, you see, that's what we don't get. We don't get the truth, you know. And most of the time, people rather believe in a lie before they believe in the truth, you know. And then when they believe the lie, somebody tells the truth, because the lie was told first, they go along with the lie, you know.
correct.
So, but hey, you guys, look here, you know. We're gonna keep on doing these shows as long as the Lord allow us to do it, you know, and that's just the way it's gonna be, you know. We're gonna keep trying to bring some valid information to you, you know. So if you got valid information, you could go a whole lot further, you know, and that's just the way it is. So we're gonna keep on doing this regardless how it go, you know. Brother Keith?
So we have the Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. He's going to announce on January 10th his decision to run for governor.
Isn't he under some kind of, I hate beautiful bad news 2023? Isn't he under some type of not investigation, but allegation of a person who worked under him, who said he covered up some things like records and so forth, and that person reported him to the governmental authorities and also the FBI.
The headline I seen was that he harassed a whistleblower.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was engaging in some cover-up because they were trying to blow the whistle on some things that was going on in his office.
Correct.
Yeah,
So,
he harassed a whistleblower.
He was reported for that, but I guess he feel it ain't gonna be nothing because he's running for governor. Y'all better check these candidates' background, man.
But we certainly don't have nobody to look out for us to find out who's wrong, because you got an attorney general who's running things technically. Because I know John Bell, that was he termed out, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so you're gonna see the crazies really come out the woodwork.
Yeah, they coming out the woodworks. But Brother Jay, why Clay Higgins not nominated for Speaker of the House?
Well, I tell you what, that'd have been so interesting if he was. It'll make for some more great theater, because that's what it is. If you watch MSNBC and you watch CNN and you even watch Fox, Fox is the one who's going on hard on him. Fox is saying, calling them the Republican clown show. And who would think Fox was talking like that?
Yeah. Well,
correct.
Y'all listen to C-SPAN in the morning. All those people calling on C-SPAN, talking about how the clown show is going on, you know,
right,
and what people are saying, how they saying it. Man, you know, some people say they been voting Republican, now they're not voting Republican no more. They going with the Democrat. The Democrats say they going with the Republican. Man, I don't know what those people be drinking in the morning. You know. So
correct. And Clay Higgins did so much for Smiles Community Action.
Okay.
So much grants, you know. You see pictures with him and the directors and the workers there. I mean, it's just lovely.
Right. Well, isn't that at the end of the day, that's what people want, as long as they bring home the bacon for them?
yeah.
And sometimes it turns into special interest, but you got to always do your thorough investigation or look for yourself, because if somebody getting too much of something and everybody else is getting less, that's the problem. Is it equally being distributed? That's the thing.
Well, sorry, I'm understanding that he gave all this money to Smile and allowed Smile to distribute the money the way it should have been distributed.
Right.
I don't know how true it is, but I ain't got none.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's people do things for other reasons other than for the greater good of everybody. Because if the issues in the 3rd Congressional District, and a lot of people are suffering or not getting any funding, and a few are getting,
Right.
That's the issue. That's the issue.
Yeah, well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he went down to New Iberia.
Yeah, to Tornado people in that particular district, it touched a few people with some issues as far as economic, but they had the more affluent district and the hospital. That is a good look for him for photo op. But certainly he doesn't be on the north side a lot, right, in Lafayette. He certainly don't be in the west end in New Iberia a lot. Certainly don't be in the areas in Lake Charles where Brother Paul, our frequent caller, be. So that tells you a lot. He's good for photo op, and he knows. And that's just my opinion. He knows who to manipulate and when to manipulate somebody.
Yeah,
so that's the thing with me. I see the manipulation going, because at the end of the day, he is what he say he is.
Correct. He is what he say he is. And then moving on.
Hey guys, let's stop some of that violence that's going on
Yes.
in 2023.
Yes.
People getting shot for no reason at all. People dying for no reason at all. And why are we gonna keep allowing that to happen? People want to have candlelight vigil, when things like that happen. But we shouldn't have to have them, We shouldn't have to have all of that. We should just stop and try to love each other. Love, my partner Bunny, he told me one time, he said, "Hey man, look, I'm not funny, but I love you, bruh." And from that day he told me that, he told everybody he came across, kid, everything, "I love you guys," and he wasn't lying. He would do anything for people, that needed help. And he was just a guy that loved the people. And I think if we all learn how to love each other, things will be a whole lot better. It's more to love than making love. Brother J. You know that? Everybody think love is between the sheets, brother. That's not love, man.
Right.
Right. You got love other than. It's just like to say, if you go to work, if you don't like your job, you can't love your job. And some people love their job, but they're not loving themselves.
And I would hope in 2023 the state of Louisiana gets its act together when it's come to laws concerning youth, and especially the juvenile justice system. We know even sending those kids to Angola, that's made national news. We know they had hearings with the Department of Family, Children and Family Services, where the person who was the head had to resign. And we have so many different, with juvenile facilities, so many different bad situations with juvenile facilities. So the state of Louisiana has to rethink the whole way they look at the criminal justice system, not only on the adult level, but on the children's level. Because if you cannot govern and take care of your children or minors the right way, you cannot govern another system, the adult system. So Louisiana consistently has those problems every year. We're on the national headlines. We been written about in the New York Times or the Washington Post, on ProPublica, on PBS, and so forth. Wouldn't that make those representatives upset that to see them splash, the state of Louisiana splash in the headlines? How many times have they came to you and said, man, look, Louisiana made the news again? Well, we had one positive story to say Lafayette is one of the best places to visit. To travel to.
Yeah.
To travel to. Yeah, Lafayette is one of the best places to travel to. But don't stop for too long.
Well, no, that goes in the economy, man. If we don't, like they said, everything is about spending money in Lafayette and having your tax dollars invested in all the communities in Lafayette, or maybe just River Ranch or something like that, you know.
You know we forgot.
I go to River Ranch all the time. I pass through it, but I don't have the dollars to stop there.
You know we forgot to put the disclaimer out there this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah, I know. Yeah, because I'm talking too much.
We gonna catch it at
Brother Wallace go call on the side today.
Don't be traveling in Lafayette by feet if you're a black man.
Okay.
Don't go pull on no door after 9 o'clock at one of them gas stations. You might end up with 22 bullets in you.
Okay.
Or 22 bullets coming at you.
Yeah. But
But,
look, we got the survey coming out, you know, the
Yeah.
survey.
It's almost over with, huh?
Yeah, Carlos Hollywood was on TV, the news, talking about the survey.
I'm go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
I would like to see on the survey the hospital north of I-10, you know, east of Louisiana, no, west of, no, east of University, west of Louisiana Avenue, you know, on I-49 somewhere, you know.
And I know some things you gotta be positive about, but Brother J, I gotta say this. Do you think the officials of the city or the parish of Lafayette need a survey to know what's needed on the north side of Lafayette?
Some more red tape that somebody spending money or somebody getting paid?
They do.
Yeah, they gonna,
Okay.
somebody gonna get paid.
A survey is always a precursor to somebody getting some money for conducting something that they already know.
You doing the survey, they already know what's needed. They doing the survey.
Right.
All right, now the survey done, survey completed. What's
the outcome?
What's the outcome of the survey?
What's the recommendations?
Are they gonna act on what's coming about in the survey? Are they gonna put some funding towards it?
You really know how to make me laugh, huh?
So
Man can do none of that.
I mean, what the survey, you guys are in Lafayette and y'all don't have
It's a joke.
Nobody sent y'all a press release on what the survey going to encompass. You know, we're asking about what sewage, we're asking about roads and housing and businesses.
things like that.
Okay.
I checked the survey out, but I didn't complete it. And you know why I didn't complete it?
Okay.
Cause you know what's needed already. You know what's needed. You know the concern.
Is that you just want something for the record, or
That's
is
it.
just another way of killing time? Or
Yeah.
No,
I mean, did the council recommend that? Did the council support that? What the council that represent those districts in the wherever?
I think they done an early campaign.
the Guillory administration really chief of minority affairs.
That's something he came up with.
Yeah,
That's
he
about it.
putting out that survey.
Good. We hope he could be a decision maker in the administration. That's what we want when we see black faces in high places. We want them to be a part of the conversation.
So the chief can't run the police department. So what make you think he gonna make a decision?
Okay.
We got a call coming in.
He say something out of line, he going.
The morning caller.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, brother. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to y'all, or what? Because it makes the same old year.
January 6th, brother.
At,
Groundhog Day.
Look,
at least we know nothing never changed at LCT.
yeah, we stuck at 22. But when y'all talk about the survey, it's just a feel-good thing and a campaign strategy. So for us to vote for him, if y'all vote for me, look what I'm going to do for the north side. If you ain't did it yet, you ain't going to do it because you didn't do it in 2 years, 4 years, you ain't going to do it in another 4 years. Because by the time you get the survey and put it together, he'll be out.
Yeah, well, that,
We looking at some, I can look at, you don't have to do a survey. County Saluda Road to East Broussard Road, they did drainage, full-mated. They got a shovel ready. Willow University to Ambassador. Never touched a rock on that yet, you know, on this end of town. They got all the homeless.
Right.
Drugs. I can go on and on with you don't need a survey, just drive the roads. Moss, Jefferson. Just run around. You know, because the people that going to do the survey not going go on the phone because they figure what they gonna do. You know.
well, if the councilmen don't know what to do, how the survey gonna fix anything? You know?
Well, it's not that the council don't know. They vote on some other interests. Now, I was mad Tuesday looking at the city council meeting. Mayor President was in Broussard on the swearing in the mayors and stuff in city council. I thought that's not an incorporated area, huh? Broussard. He should have been at the meeting for the city of Lafayette. But he was absent. That's to show you how he cared about Northside.
Correct.
So,
Good observation.
see, you know, so it's never nothing's gonna change. Like and talk about the governor Jeff Landry, he still gets the publicity with the cameras. I don't know if y'all keeping up with St. Martinville. That desegregation in the schools, Calahula.
Yeah.
Correct.
He said, man, he wants the kids in the neighborhood to go to that school. But it's okay for St. Martinville to bus the black kids early in the morning while the white kids still be sleeping. So by the time the black kids get there, they tired.
Oh yes, my brother. We covered that on the open line the other day. We had Miss Eleanor Baptista say one of you. Yes, you're so exactly right.
Yeah. But he talking about, he came on TV yesterday and said government is in too many business. Let the parents handle the kids in the neighborhood that when they comfortable that they know the environment. But what about us, man? Where they was when they was busting us?
Yeah, they want to do some reverse busing.
We paid them 10 schools to go to a black school.
I know the black kids personally. I know the group that they don't want to go. They don't want to go to Catahoula. Who wants to go to Catahoula? I don't want. I went through there, and I told Brother Wise about my experience.
Yeah.
We know somebody. We ain't gonna say her name. She had to quit the job because she said, "No way, I'm going back over there."
Well, let me show you about here in Lafayette. When I was going to school, we didn't have the school of choice, and we was bused from the north side to Scott. We had to go to school in Scott. When they had Lafayette High right there, you had MP Moss, you had that elementary school, JW, not JW Falk, J. Wallace James. J. Wallace James Elementary was right down the street from my neighborhood, and we went to West Side Elementary in Scott, because that's where we was zoned.
Mm-hmm.
We was zoned to go to school in Scott, but we live in the city of Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know,
But thanks to, what's his name there? The one that draw the map.
Mike Hefner.
Mike Hefner.
Hefner.
Yeah. He did all that, you know. That's why I say he was nothing but a gerrymander. You know, he gerrymandered the black kids in school to make sure that they couldn't go to certain school,
Correct.
you know? So,
Brother G,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, man. So if you get a call
Okay.
to be the next Speaker of the House, I nominate you. You know, I called Washington and told them
Yeah, sir.
that they can't vote on, maybe they'll vote you in.
I certainly would shut down the house. I would shut it down in a minute, and turn the gavel over to Clayford Higgins.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Clayford
He was supposed to
Higgins.
be on C-SPAN, Higgins, but he backed out day before yesterday.
Yeah, he's not the most articulate dude, you know
He
what I
had to
mean?
get sober to go on that
Yeah,
show,
definitely.
and I don't believe he could have make it.
No, no.
What Kevin on the 11th vote, huh?
Yeah, it'll be 12 today.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
12 today,
Mhm.
so
Should be starting in a little bit.
yeah, in a little while.
Man, that's just like the insurrection on the 6th, huh?
Yeah.
Then you see one of them Republican representatives nominated Donald Trump yesterday.
Yeah, that's Matt Gaetz, and he's and amazing that those people are doing all. He's a person under investigation for child molester, technically, or sexual improprieties with a minor, and he's on the floor of
The House.
The House.
Mm-hmm. A lot of garbage.
Man,
in there.
look, Margie Taylor Greene, when the mass shootings was happening, took occurred, she clowned the kids that was involved in the mass shooting.
And she also threatened a couple of black females, U.S. representatives. I'm saying she came across the wrong sister. That sister from St. Louis, that's who she should have messed with. A sister like that who said, "Yeah, you step in my face like that."
Yeah.
And that's what she's probably gonna need somebody to tag her personally and take that charge for her to stop all that bull she's engaging in. I get so upset when I hear she's doing things like that and nobody lay hands on her yet.
No.
Going in people's face and directly confront them in their face.
And she's never been censored yet,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, but you see the Republicans, you don't hear about the high gas prices,
Mm-hmm.
food prices, inflation, that they do charge that they look, how they show their butt, how they get government.
Yeah.
But
Oh
you
yeah.
have the Democrats to everything.
Yeah. That's gonna be the order of the day.
It's just a clown show up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
if you turn it on Fox don't want to touch that with a hot potato. It's like everything in the border is still in Biden and you know, things that they want to throw you off. Don't look at the Republicans, they're doing good. The Democrats still doing bad.
oh yeah, they blaming Biden for everything, you know. Biden didn't make all these things go up. Just like right now, you know, the gas came down. It's the big money people controlling all the money, you know. They got it so they control it, you know. And long as they controlling it, look for the holidays. The gas prices came down, you know. Guess what? holidays is
Over
over
with.
with,
They going
back up.
Going back
They
up.
going back up, so,
Fast too.
yeah.
That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. But they blame it, they're gonna still try to blame Biden for all of this. I'm not saying that he's the best president, or anything like this here. But he could only control so much, and he controlled what's basically around him. He can't control the world,
Correct.
Well, it's like the eggs. I don't know if y'all bought a dozen of eggs yet.
Oh yes,
But
yes.
$7, $8 a dozen, man. That don't make sense.
It'll be a expensive Easter, I guess.
Yeah, very much, very
I'm gonna
much.
let y'all guys go, and I'll listen to y'all on air.
All right.
Thank you so much for being
Thank you
supportive.
so much.
Have a good day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, the caller brought up a whole lot, and he's exactly right. And this is probably how a lot of people feel,
Yeah.
expressing what's going on in 2023.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, but the thing of it is the people with the big money that's making the little money suffer. That's what it is, bro. Because I just noticed lately, you go to the gas station, this before the holidays, gas was $2.30 something. Now it's $2.68 and climbing.
289 in some cases, almost, pushing $3. And they're not gonna stop till they push it to $3 anyway.
Right. They're gonna get it at least there. So it's up to us to pay attention, man. And sometimes you got to sacrifice
Yes.
some things,
Things.
in order to get ahead.
Yeah.
When he was talking about the eggs, they got different brands of eggs,
Mhm.
and it all depends what brand of
Right.
egg you get.
Right.
If you get the cheap brand, you ain't got nothing but steroid eggs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get the expensive brand, well, your egg will fry good, you'll be able to chew it better.
Mhm. But you're still you're still hurting in the pocket.
Pocket. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
either way you're in some kind of situation. So that's one of the things I hope that Congress could get underway. It's easy for people to call radio stations and say, y'all need to don't worry about them people, don't care nothing about them. Y'all need to leave that system. It's easy for these people to say that, but they are part of the system. Because if you're not having your phone regulated, you can't get on that cell phone and call up the open line or Community Matters or one of them, Community Defender, because you can't afford your phone bill because they got regulators starting the Congress. And this is what people don't understand. It's easy to say that.
Yeah.
But it's not practical in the part of the democracy we live in. Whether we believe in it or not,
Correct. And that's the way it is, we gotta do better, we gotta figure out the people we put in office. We gotta look at the candidates and outweigh their track record, their history.
Right.
The history speaks for itself. What all Congressman Clay Higgins did and said, he's still a congressman.
Right.
He won re-election last year, and
Got another call.
with all the things he said and did, he should have never won re-election.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, call.
I hate to call back, but technology is going to take over the United States,
Yes.
and jobs going to be less.
AI, artificial intelligence. Yep.
Last year I went to New Orleans, and without a smartphone and a credit card, You can have $1 million in your pocket,
Right.
and it won't be any good.
Your money no good. Your money's no. Your cash money's no good. I found that out in Walmart in Lafayette, in Broussard. You know, I had. They didn't want. They couldn't. The machine didn't want to take my cash. $100 bill.
Mm-hmm.
My last $100 bill I ever saw in my lifetime. They didn't want to take it.
Didn't want to take
So
it.
I wound up keeping it and had to go in and put several credit cards in there that had a few dollars on it.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
they
You know,
come,
you got a McDonald's right now. You don't talk to people.
Right?
You go on the app and
Yes.
you put what you want, and then they give it to you through the drive-through.
Yes.
And I see.
The morning to the evening, welcome to McDonald's.
Mhm.
You don't talk to nobody.
Right.
You don't even see nobody.
I seen a headline where they're training robots
Mhm.
for the nurses
Right.
shortage.
Mm-hmm. Well, they talk about these people at the border come and take jobs. No, because right there, bring up your favorite stove, bro, Super One.
Mhm.
They got six automatic machines, bro.
Mhm.
You know, you go to Walmart, same thing.
But you know, you're still having those situations where you got lines in Broussard, the way I shop at Walmart on the way going back home. You have long lines in the evening.
Mhm.
And these tellers are just standing up there and they say, look, man, we want to help y'all get out of here, but we can't because that's the policy.
Mhm.
You have to go in those long lines and you have to go into those single, those aisles for the single checkout, but you
Yeah.
have a big old basket and people cannot, move through there efficiently in time for the line to go down.
Mhm.
Just like a traffic jam.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have people who have issues
Mhm.
working those machines. So is Walmart really saving money by not having those people on the machine or having enough employees? Or they say, and making it inconvenience where people go home and then people consider ordering their stuff online. Technology could be killing technology,
Mhm. Yeah.
So they don't take that into account. The human element when they employ technology. That's my take on it.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to bring that up because the elderly people gonna be in trouble.
Yes.
That new technology and kids coming up in the near future, it's gonna work. But for mom and pop that's in a wheelchair or
Mhm.
walker, they gonna be lost.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
So thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Brother Jerome.
Brought up some good points. You brought up some good points.
Mhm.
But
That's probably we could examine on tomorrow Saturday on the People's Tech Show. We talk about artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
It is, man, it is exploding out there left and right on everything.
everywhere.
Hey, man, like you were saying, I can't go out of town, bro,
Mhm.
because I don't know how to order on my phone.
Yeah, but it was a request for me. I'm a technology guru. I try to promote technology for the best, not for the worst. It would not take my $100 bill, and it wasn't a calculator. So let me see. Oh, it's good, but
It's about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta shut it down. We got
Yes.
about 30 seconds left.
yes, sir. We talking good today.
Oh, yeah.
We want to thank everyone for allowing us into your home, into your eyes, into your heart, into your ears. Until next Friday at 10 o'clock. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, we thank you for tuning in 2023. Thank you for letting us come into your homes, your hearts. And with that being said, the views and opinions expressed today does not reflect the views and opinions of Kitty and Open Channel, LUS Fiber, Cox Communications, or Lafayette Consolidated Government. The views and opinions expressed today only express the views and opinions of the host, the co-host, the director, and the guests. Thank y'all. Till next Friday. Peace, love, and happiness.